The mystery of the B-2 spirit, America's invisible shadow. It began one cold morning in 1989 over the Nevada desert. The sun had barely crept over the horizon when a massive black triangle silently emerged from the mist, a shape so alien, so unreal, that even seasoned Air Force personnel stopped in awe. It was the B-2 Spirit, America's stealth bomber, an aircraft so secret that for years even the Pentagon had trouble admitting it existed. But behind the polished presentations and patriotic headlines lay a story far stranger, one filled with vanished prototypes, impossible engineering, and rumors that refused to die. Chapter 1. The Birth of the Invisible Plane. During the height of the Cold War, the United States was desperate to outsmart Soviet radar. In 1979, the Air Force launched a covert program called Advanced Technology Bomber. Its mission? Create an aircraft that could fly undetected into the heart of the Soviet Union, drop a nuclear payload, and escape without ever being seen. The competition came down to two defense giants: Lockheed, the company that had built the legendary U-2 and SR-71 Blackbird, and Northrop, an underdog known for daring, unconventional designs. Lockheed proposed a fast, needle-shaped bomber. Northrop submitted something radical: a black, wing-shaped craft that had no tail, no vertical fins, and almost no metal edges. It looked less like a plane and more like a futuristic spacecraft. When the engineers first simulated the radar signature, the computer model showed something astonishing. The aircraft would appear to radar as small as a bird. Chapter 2. Secrets in the Desert. Construction began in total secrecy at Plant 42 in Palmdale, California. Only a few dozen people knew the full scope of what they were building. Workers signed lifetime non-disclosure agreements. Even the janitors were vetted by the CIA. To test the new craft, the Air Force used a remote base in Nevada, a place already shrouded in myth, Area 51. There, under cover of darkness, the first B-2 prototypes took flight. Witnesses from nearby towns reported strange glowing triangles moving silently through the night sky. Some thought they were UFOs. Others believed they were seeing proof of alien technology being reverse engineered. The truth was almost as strange. The B-2's surface was coated with a new material known only by its code name, Echo. It was a polymer infused with microscopic iron spheres that could absorb radar energy like a sponge. But the chemical was unstable. One wrong temperature fluctuation and it would begin to crack. The engineers discovered this the hard way when an entire wing panel blistered and peeled off during a test flight. Chapter 3. The Vanished Prototype. In 1986, something happened that the Air Force has never officially acknowledged. A test flight from Groom Lake disappeared from radar 47 minutes after takeoff. The last radio contact was a short, garbled transmission. Control, systems unresponsive, going dark. A full search operation was launched. No wreckage was ever found. The Air Force later claimed it was a navigational test drone, not a manned flight. But several insiders, including a retired radar operator from Nellis Air Force Base, insisted that it was indeed a B-2 prototype, one that had somehow vanished mid-air without leaving debris. Rumors spread fast. Some said the craft had disintegrated after a stealth field malfunctioned. Others claimed it had slipped into a different radar frequency or even into another dimension. While these theories sound wild, a declassified memo years later hinted at something extraordinary. The B-2's flight control system used electrostatic charge distribution to manipulate airflow, possibly hinting at early experiments with electrogravitics, technology long rumored to reduce an aircraft's effective mass. Chapter 4. The Public Reveal and Hidden Costs. In November 1988, after nearly a decade of silence, the U.S. government finally unveiled the B-2 Spirit to the public. It rolled out of its hangar under floodlights at Air Force Plant 42, looking like a visitor from another world. The Pentagon described it as the most advanced aircraft ever built. But the cost was staggering. $2.1 billion per plane. Congress was furious. How could one bomber cost as much as a small city? Yet the truth behind that tag price was buried under layers of secrecy. The B-2 wasn't just expensive because of materials. It was expensive because no one could explain exactly how parts of it worked. Aerospace technicians reported components arriving in sealed containers, accompanied by mysterious civilian contractors with no identifiable company. When asked about the origin of these parts, one engineer allegedly replied, "We didn't make them, we studied them." Chapter 5. The Night over Yugoslavia. Fast forward to 1999. During the Kosovo War, NATO launched Operation Allied Force, and for the first time, the B-2 Spirit entered combat. Taking off from Missouri, the bombers flew 31-hour missions to strike Serbian targets, delivering precision hits from 40,000 feet. Not one aircraft was detected by enemy radar. Serbian officials were baffled. Their systems had tracked nothing, no blip, no sound, no infrared signature. Yet the bunkers exploded one after another. But after one of these missions, strange reports emerged. A B-2 reportedly lost communications for 18 minutes. When it reappeared, its onboard clock was off by 7 hours. Engineers dismissed it as an electrical glitch, but pilots privately described spatial anomalies and momentary static fields. That particular B-2, Spirit of Kansas, later crashed in 2008 during a routine takeoff, the only one ever lost. Official reports blamed moisture sensors, but conspiracy theorists saw a link to whatever happened over Yugoslavia. Chapter 6. The Classified Upgrade. After 2010, the B-2 fleet underwent a mysterious deep upgrade program. The Air Force stated it involved radar modernization, but leaked budget documents mentioned something else: quantum signal synchronization systems. According to aerospace analyst Tyler Rogaway, this could refer to quantum navigation, a GPS-independent guidance system that uses quantum entanglement to determine location anywhere on Earth or even in space. If true, the B-2 may not just be stealthy, it could be capable of intercontinental precision without satellite support. In 2013, several amateur astronomers in the Pacific reported seeing silent, glowing chevrons moving at impossible speeds across the night sky. The Air Force denied any flights in the region, but satellite imagery showed contrail-like patterns over the Pacific that didn't match any commercial route. Chapter 7. The Legacy and the Shadows. Today, only 20 B-2 Spirits remain in service, stationed at Whiteman Air Force Base in Missouri. Each one is maintained under the tightest security of any aircraft in history. Even the hangars are specially coated to prevent electromagnetic leaks. The new B-21 Raider, the B-2 successor, is set to replace it soon, but many within the defense community believe that the B-2 still hides secrets, technology that even modern scientists struggle to explain. Some believe the original vanished prototype from 1986 was never destroyed. They whisper that it became part of a special access program so classified that it operates outside traditional military hierarchy, testing propulsion systems that defy known physics. Former defense contractor Edgar or Skip Latham once told a journalist, "The B-2 was never just a bomber. It was a test bed for something older, something we found, not invented." He refused to elaborate further. Epilogue. America's Silent Guardian. In 2023, during a training mission, a